Anyway, I'm gonna go live. All right. We'll talk.
Probably should have hit go live before.
We'll talk later. We'll talk later. Um.
Eh.
Okay. Okay. We seem to be live. This is it.
All right, don't forget the stream chat for me.
Damn it! Every time, bro. I'm always like, I know I forgot a step, and it's always the same step.
Yeah, damn, bro.
Anyway.
Hey, what up, chat? What up, chat? I'm happy to be here on time as usual. Happy to be here. You know exactly when you guys expected us.
Not a minute late. Not a minute early. Never. Never early or late. Always on time.
Never. Yep. Yep. Um. Yeah. So, chat. Hope you guys are doing good on this fine Thursday. What time is it? I'll say afternoon. I don't know if
I
it's
was gonna say
evening yet.
evening. It's evening for
Anyway, it's
me.
6 for you though, so
It's
it's like
like
you know
7, 6:49. But I don't want to split hairs with you.
you
Anyway,
already did.
anyway, dude, this is it. One more episode, and we can finally go into Honored Ones After Dark. It's been a good
I've
ride.
you know what's interesting? I've never heard somebody that calls themselves a JJK fan so disinterested in like having the anime airing. Like just come out and say, bro, you're talking about JJK for clout already. Holy
Oh
shit.
my god, dude, are we doing this shit
Oh,
again?
this is
Oh
it,
my god,
man. I can't wait for JJK to be over.
I'm gonna be free,
Jesus, man. You don't like anything. God. If it
bro.
isn't some bald man one-shotting people, apparently it's not good enough. Like, holy
Bro,
God,
I
bro.
also
Dang.
love Family Guy. Like I keep like,
Oh God.
bro, it's a
I
bald
will.
man punching stuff.
I'll leave call, bruh. I don't have the
Okay,
energy in
uh,
me to like to remember that you like Family Guy, bruh. I just don't. I just don't.
love
I just don't,
Family
bruh.
Guy, but whatever.
I don't like Family Guy. You're not a real Family Guy fan like that.
Mm,
But
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Chat,
push that to the side.
chat,
I'm gonna push that to the
chat.
side.
I know 10 Family Guy fans that are more interested in the series than you. Anyways, chat. I'm curious. You know, we're getting to the end of the road. We're getting to the end of the road. I am kind of curious in getting your thoughts. One on how this episode was. You know, we'll remember to rank it this time. I
Mm-hmm.
half promise. And two, I'm curious what you think your like favorite fights or like favorite episodes are gonna kind of shake out to be. Obviously, we're not at the end of the road yet, right? But I'm curious if you guys, you know, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I doubt next episode is taking anybody's best episode of the season spot. At least if I had to guess personally, right? But you know, how should I put this? You know, I'm just curious. I'm just curious where people like where people's favorites are coming out. Like Creams, would you say that like because I remember for a while into Shibuya, um, some of the episodes in hidden inventory could still kind of hold their own as like the best, some of the best of the season. Do you think that's true anymore, or do you think they've kind of just been like they've just been power cliffed out?
Nah, I think it's still true. I think you can definitely sneak in Gojo's Honored One episode, or maybe was it episode?
With Ghetto?
Yeah, with Geto, like the
Yeah,
final one. Like I definitely think
yeah.
those can be like sneaked into the top five. It really depends on the premium you have on fights, like fighting episodes, because there were a lot of them
Hmm.
that were in conversation of the like best of the best things. Like okay, Sukuna versus Maharaga, right?
Content wise, not the greatest
Yeah,
animation and visual
that's what I
presentation.
mean.
Holy fucking
Yeah,
shit! I gotta wash my eyeballs and then
exactly,
put them
right?
back in my head.
So it's the premium on like fight, story, emotion. Like it's sort of a your mileage may vary. But I think like there are good candidates to choose from.
Um, yeah, no, I agree. What if we get Naoya next episode? 11 out of 10? Yes. Um, I'm very curious to see what the Naoya perception will be, especially considering like we get introduced to his misogyny so early.
Yeah.
I'm very curious what the threshold of people willing to ignore what he says versus like, you know, everybody that hates him from the jump. That
Mm.
will be very curious. I can't wait for the no op Naoya defense thread.
Dude,
God, I'm so excited.
bro, Noop is gonna be fighting for his life on the timeline when Naoya drops. Um,
Yeah, bro.
you know what? Speaking of Naoya, it still boggles my head that he's like 30 years old. Like, I thought he was just like slightly older than Maki and Mai. But no, he is like he's in his 30s and everything. Could not believe it.
in his 30s is kind of crazy. But um, yeah, he's definitely a lot older than I would have thought initially. Him being like a year younger than Gojo is kind of crazy.
Actually crazy.
Um, it's like first of all, it puts into perspective how old Gojo is because he certainly doesn't act his fucking age. Um,
Satoru
but
Gojo? No. I mean, nah. He would he like why would he?
man, now he's such a loser. It's so fucking funny. It makes him so genuinely like fun to see on screen. Like when you think about I won't get into it, bruh. I won't get into it. But it's very hilarious and very entertaining. How him ranking on the popularity poll so high almost makes sense if you take into account like comedic factor. But we're not here to talk about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a different discussion for a different day. Today, we had the JJK episode 22, the penultimate one of the season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And primarily, it was a Kenjaku Yap Fest. You know what I mean? I
Let's
feel like I'm getting
go.
deja vu.
I mean, technically,
I feel like I'm seeing double.
it was a Noritoshi Kamo Yap Fest. You know what's funny? Like you thought of the Kenny Knows Best title for this episode, and it was too funny for me to tell you this, but I don't think he actually revealed like his proper name. He never actually does. I think Tengen's the one that does that, but
Who's Tengen?
yeah,
I'm joking.
I mean
Um,
they talk
in for a penny, in
yeah
for a pound, bro.
yeah
But I mean, you know, we no one knew that we would talk. But
yeah.
yeah,
Um,
and I said I think going for Kenny is best. You know, I mean, like, it didn't mean you have to actually use his name. But that being said, yeah, no, he doesn't. He calls him. I go by many names. Call me whatever you want.
wait.
You know, I just happen to make up the name Kenjaku. You know what I mean? Totally
Oh,
anime original.
dude, the title that you suggested was Kenny is best. I wrote Kenny knows best. I like
I
a
didn't suggest any title. You just said, "What are you feeling with the title and thumbnail?" I said, "I suggest going. I think going with Kenny is best. Like I think going with
oh
that character is best. I didn't give you like a
oh
title
my god. What would your title
because
idea have been?
I don't know. I didn't give you any title. You gave like three. You put Arame, you put Yuki, and you put Noritoshi Kamo. I then responded, "Hey, I think going with this guy is best. Obviously, we know him by multiple names.
All right.
As you said, it's cool to know him by." You thought that that's funny as hell. That's
Yeah.
actually hilarious because I didn't capitalize it at all. I'm like, dude, that's just a sentence.
But no, I just like I took that cluster and I just read it as the title and I was just like, yeah, Kenny knows best. And like it made sense in my head because I was like, like Mother knows best and I thought it was like a layered fucking title with like
That's a
many
guy, man.
Father knows best, whatever,
Look at
right?
you, look
Like
at you, look at you,
Wichoso, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy. You're a funny
I was
guy.
like,
You're a
damn,
funny
bro,
guy. You're
BR's playing like
hilarious.
8D chess with this title. This is crazy.
Yeah, chat. We are clearly floundering. This is actually kind of hilarious. But yeah, okay. Noritoshi Kamo.
Mm,
Jesus Christ, this feels weird.
yeah.
Noritoshi Kamo, fake ghetto, whatever you know him by. You know, the
Mm,
brain coon, right?
mm,
He was yapping. He was talking. Just talking. He absorbed Mahito. The anime decided to make that like extra painful for me. That was
W.
crazy. I actually had to check in with some of the animators and said, hold on. Gege didn't animate it. Gege did not draw it like this. Let's stick to the
Yeah,
script, guys.
maybe
Let's
y'all
stick to the
don't
script.
deserve to see your families for real.
I didn't say that at all. I was more just gonna recommend that we stick a little bit closely to the manga. Bro's talking about bros. Yeah, you're nuts. I'm not
I
gonna lie to
loved
you
what
because
they did. All right,
I bet you did, bro.
I don't know if I wanted a necessarily painless death for Mahito, and I'm glad he didn't get one. You know, W animators.
Yeah, you just a hater for real, bro. Yo, man. Nobody really sticking by a real villain. That's crazy. But anyways, like I do think it was very well animated. As much as it hurt me, like aside, um, I think um he is. I'm sticking to my aura thing, by the way. I'm sticking to my aura thing, by the way. I won't reopen that discussion. I just wanted to let people know
Oh,
I'm stick.
with
I very much stand by it with Brain Coon. Yeah,
I see.
the brain.
So the half
I
like
stood by it.
the half like dark the dark half of the face of his Jesus,
Oh,
bro.
take a breath, bro. Take a breath.
Okay,
Try again.
you know when half of his face was darkened lighting wise to show like while he was making the
It was
Uzumaki?
covered in shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't think
Why
that
are
shit
we
was
having
raw?
such trouble? Not really. One, that's Ghetto's bag, right? Like
Mm,
we literally see him with that with the Volume Zero like movie cover. So bro just eating off of Ghetto's plate, which is like obviously the entire thing.
right, but
Um, but like I mean, one that ain't really adding to his bag. That ain't adding to his Duffy, in my opinion. And two, it's like I don't know, man. That's cool. Aura is kind of crazy, right? If we're talking about aura, we'd want like let me not say what I'm gonna say. Let me not say what I'm gonna say. Let me not say what I'm gonna say. I'll just say this. He's cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Me saying he doesn't have aura does not mean he's like a bad antagonist. Very intimidating guy or whatever. Aura, maybe not so much. He gives off very much like what is he gonna do next? Where are we at? Where are we at? Type shit. And I think him having curse spirit manipulation and using it on Yuji in the way that he did is pretty cool. I think like the whole catfish earthquake thing that he was mentioning into Yuji like falling over. I think the anime obviously does a really good job of making that super disorienting because with the manga, I'm gonna be honest, it took me a couple of reads to get that the catfish opened its mouth. Like obviously by the time the anime rolled around I knew that. But
mm,
the anime it made like it instantly clear, okay, catfish, curse spirit in the earth, open in
mm,
mouth,
mm.
cool bet. No sort of ambiguity there. And Yuji, made Yuji look like an absolute idiot
Yep.
twice with curse spirits. Which is always fun.
Oh, dude,
Um
speaking of clarification of that scene, you know where you know what after he summons it the second time and there's like this
yeah.
like massive barrage that like hits the ground in like a downward direction, right?
Mhm.
When I tell you I was fighting for my life trying to like make that out in the manga for like the longest time, and seeing that in the anime so clear was like a breath of fresh air because the like process of movement was so hard to follow when I first read it that just seeing it in motion was like, wow, I didn't realize how helpful this was going to be, man. I did not
Yeah.
like oof.
Yeah. Yeah. Um No, I agree. I agree. I agree. I also W Bleach reference. That was always cool. It's always cool. Creams, in case you don't know, it's one of the Bleach's most famous scenes. Byakuya and Ichigo getting hit with like Senbon Sakura Kageyoshi or whatever, and then he's like, he's kind of cooked, sitting there before he uses his Bankai. The big difference is that like, Ichigo turns up and kind of scraps with Byakuya. Yuji, we'll see what he does next episode, right? We'll see if he cooks something for us. Um, but like you know, Yuji from what we're seeing right now, yikes. I don't know if he's got a Bankai in the back pocket. I'm gonna be real.
No.
Um,
I will say though, when he was like, "Oh, I'm impressed with the durability of Sukuna's vessel," and I saw Yuji get up after all that, like shirt all the way off, just like ready to like keep going. I was like, "Damn, bro, I'm impressed with the durability of Sukuna's vessel." Weren't you on
hey,
death's
bro.
door 3 seconds ago, and like 10 seconds before that?
Hey, he never said that, bro. He never said that.
I
Nah,
mean,
bro. Sure, the wound say that. Sure, the blood says that. But did Yuji Itadori say that? Nah, I
it's
didn't.
a
I didn't think so.
damn bro is doing the most committed Two Face cosplay I've ever seen, and we're just supposed to be like, "Nah, he's fine."
That's nuts. Now we've kind of been going scene by scene here, but I want to bring up something that like when me and Tessa watched the episode, kind of something we noticed. But and I'm curious if any of the things that the anime rearranged or like just the nature of animation or like the nature of its pacing was weird. But like, did this episode feel like really briskly paced? Like,
Oh
did
yeah,
it
no, it was
feel a little
so
bit
nice.
disjointed?
I'll tell you what, nice is crazy. Not even nice. It felt different. I was like, oh, they're going for a little bit of a slower, like a bit more of a methodical approach for this episode, and I didn't hate it, but I weirdly did register, um, how quickly the episode went by. Like for the Sukuna fight, right? Like or like Jogo then Maharaga back to back, right? I felt the time of the episode in like a good way, right? I was like, damn, bro, that was an experience, right? For this one, I got to the end, I was like, damn, it's been 20 minutes already? That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You saying that you feel like this pacing was slower is kind of interesting because I feel like the pacing feels more like this happened and this happened and this happened rather than like this, like rather than like a cause and effect sort of thing. Like I'll put it like this: I'm a manga reader, duh, right? No surprise there. But there is something extremely jarring to me personally about the way Choso pulled up and the way Miwa pulled up. Like I was muted when I was watching with Tessera, right? But I audibly said, Miwa, what the fuck? Like why the fuck are you talking about basketball? And I know that she was coming to do this, right? It felt, and with Choso, I'm like, dude, shut up, quiet down.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet down. Pseudo talking right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It felt very weird. And I think my kind of my hypothesis, right? um is that like whereas with manga you can sort of like slow down the pacing if needed or speed it up, with an anime it's set along a track, right? You're along for the ride. You don't really dictate anything here. But with manga obviously it's not the case. You can kind of slow down, you can pause on a panel. You sort of like your own natural predispositions to reading manga are going to kind of come out. But I feel like with this it definitely feels a little bit, it feels funny, right? I wouldn't say it's like bad or anything, and I don't necessarily know how the anime team could have even changed this, to be completely honest with you. But it's like it feels like a lot of random pieces are smashing together, and that's how it is, right, objectively. But whereas in the manga it feels like there's some way to expect these things, right? Like you have Toto talking about not being able to tell Yuji about some specific thing. Then you have Choso. Then you have like Kusakabe and Panda. Then they all show up kind of sequentially. And the same, very similar sequence of events happen here. It's kind of hard to put my finger on why it just felt a little strange this go around. Um,
Yeah,
it just felt a little interesting.
okay. I will say though, there was one sick moment where I got like not the exact same thing, but like a variation of it with Choso's piercing blood. And I was like, I almost forgot I was a manga reader for a split second because I was like, yeah, bro, it's over for you, Brain Coon. You know, like he's
He's
got he's got this in the
he's got
bag.
He's got piercing blood. Get
Yeah,
ready to get cooked. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
bro.
you're delusional.
It's like, bro, I saw the way Chozo was moving, and I was like, it's over. Because bro, this isn't manga Choso, right? This is that goat, fucking anime Choso.
Dude, Anime Choso is doing manga, and I saw someone in chat say this, but he's doing him so
Dirty,
dirty, bro.
like actually
Like,
insane.
if I were Kamo looking at this, I'm quitting on the spot. I'm saying, you know what?
I'm handing in my
Clearly,
blood
I'm not a
bag.
real blood manipulator,
Yeah,
bro. Because clearly, you know something I don't. What do you mean you sent blood through rocks?
and it's just
What do you
yeah,
like? What does that even make? What does that even make sense,
and it's
bro?
just like,
That's
bro, not for nothing. This is part of the reason I'm quitting, but like not the main reason. But I could have sworn I just saw you earthbend with blood. This ain't for me. Like
nah,
I'm
man.
in the wrong
No,
profession.
yeah, we not doing that no more. Cause listen. Arame, I don't know if it. I guess we see Arame healing their hand, but I guess maybe it's Gege's art style, or maybe I'm just like a moron. I didn't get the vibe that it went straight clean through their hand in the manga, right? Whereas in the
Mm,
anime they're like it's just a hole, right? It's just like,
mm.
yeah, no, let me fix that real quick. So that's cool.
I forget.
Choso pretty strong. I,
Did
I I stand by this, right? I
mm?
stand by this. It is still endlessly hilarious to me that Arame looked at piercing blood and was like, "Holy shit, this technique is so fast." Because
Oh
it's
my
like, dude,
god, bro.
this is a divinely speedy technique. They don't say all that, but like, it's just the vibe. Like,
Yeah,
holy shit, is this the power of piercing blood? And it's like,
yeah,
one, this is an exhausted Choso. Two, you have the tone and vibe of someone so much stronger than that to
yep,
me, right? Yuji had that
yeah.
reaction.
But
You're
that
out
makes
here like,
sense, right? Because
good
like,
heavens,
right.
this technique is so fast. I barely could keep. Now, listen, I'm exaggerating so heavy because Arame really didn't do all that. But that's the vibe I kind of get
Oh
when they
yeah,
catch it and they're
because
like,
like you know who
it's
did
so
a,
fast.
because Brain Coon, like he reacted appropriately. He was just like, damn, bro,
Yeah.
you, trash.
Bro got on his little his cursed spirit starts flying around like, hmm.
Mm.
just like chilling. And it's like, okay, now, okay, got it. You feel different. You
Mm-hmm.
feel kind of scary and powerful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rami's like, shit. It's like, it got through my hands. It's like,
Right.
okay, cool, cool, cool. And when you contrast it with Kusakabe being like, reverse curse technique, oh no, these are
No,
sorcerers on a
it's
different level. It's like,
over.
and it's like, bro,
You,
you just jumped in the way of Maximum Uzumaki,
that's what
and
I'm
mind
saying.
you, in the anime, he took no damage. The damage he had was from like the rubble falling on him earlier, bro. That he had that same little bit of blood dripping down. Bro, you jumped in front of Maximum Uzumaki, and mind you, in the anime, it's not ambiguous how close the attack is to Miwa, right? In the manga, it's kind of like he charges it, the explosion, smoke clears, it's Kusakabe there. They make it so obvious. No, that shit is about to touch Miwa's fucking nose.
Mm-hmm.
And Kusakabe squeezes in there, pops a simple domain,
And
and
deflects it.
blocks
Yeah,
it. It just
wild, bro.
ching.
And wasn't
Bro,
yeah, wasn't he
you're
just like
godlike?
you
You're
literally,
godlike?
bro? Because like in the manga, it was like, damn, this shit is cool, but in the anime, it's like, how the fuck did you do that?
I'm like, bro, I don't even know if there was enough space for you to get in the
Yeah,
way.
and
What?
it's
Yeah,
literally,
nah,
I
bro.
was like, damn, bro, why the fuck did you run from Sukuna? I know that's crazy. That's crazy.
Listen,
That's
listen,
crazy.
listen,
But
bro.
like
Listen, bro. Let me say this. Let me say this. And we're gonna. It's funny because it's gonna be a double whammy. I'm gonna have to say
on
the same
Sunday,
thing
yeah.
on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: Kusakabe being so terrified and like respectful of like a Jogo level character for me is so fucking funny and cool because it's like, dude, you saw that and said, "Oh my god, I don't even want to fight it." Then jumped in front of King
Mm.
of I'm
Arguably a
having an aneurysm
stronger person. Yeah.
of like yeah of like, dude, this guy is in the body of a special grade sorcerer that waged war on jujutsu damn near single-handedly. Bro said, nah, I got that. And granted, there's Miwa, Momo, and Utahime. They're all behind him unscathed. So he didn't just block it for himself. He's like, no, no, of course I'm not gonna let y'all die right in front of me. Got
Mm-hmm.
it. What?
And
Yeah,
you know what's
you're not.
crazy too?
That's
You know what's
mm,
even fucking crazier to me? The anime's depiction of it, at least, that was Mahito that he did that with. Like he was like at the forefront, like he was in that mix, right?
mm.
Come on, man, that's such a like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
Kusakabe,
man.
bro. What are you afraid of? Like,
Kusakabe. Listen, bro. Mei. See, here's the thing. Here's what's funny. Y'all think I'm playing when I gas up Kusakabe, right? Y'all think it's a joke, but like, if you take away his sort of like cowardly demeanor, right, and you just look at what he accomplishes, there are not many people in his rank that are doing that shit, bro. Like, look me in the eye and tell me Kento Nanami is
oh my
jumping in
god,
front
of
of
course he'd use this as an
maximum
oppor. He
he's
wouldn't.
literally the
No,
standard of grade one, bro.
yeah.
Do you disagree?
Actually,
I'm
you know,
genuinely
you know
curious.
what's
Like
crazy? You know what's crazy? Nanami would jump in. He just wouldn't. He just sort of die though.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like the point, brother. I'm not just talking about like getting. I'm not talking about being a meat shield. I'm talking about like replicating its success. Bro said, yeah, he'd get in the way and die. It's like, okay,
I
cool.
mean, it's the
Well,
thought that
okay.
counts,
No, it's not. It's not the thought that counts when everybody behind you dies, bro.
bro.
That's not the thought that counts.
Dude, Kusakabe is a guy. Like I know he was thankful for Gojo. Like that entire like the second he saw,
Honestly, yeah.
yeah, he was like, "Oh, kid with the six eyes and limitless got born. Oh, let's go, bro. Retirement's coming
Bet,
early."
bet, brother. Don't have to do nothing. Bet, brother. Yeah. And it's like, okay, dude. It's funny too. People say I'm hating on Anami. Let me use another grade one for example, right? Mei Mei. She said, dude, I almost died fighting that guy. I guarantee you, he didn't use maximum Uzumaki on her. Kusakabe said, "Ching, got it, bro. What? Like, bro, what? Like, I'm
Okay,
like,
and the thing is, right? We know that like, how do I? Okay, without spoilers, bro. Kusakabe's stocks have only improved in real time, like
yeah.
as of current week.
Let let me put it like this, right? A special grade Akotsu Yuta, the guy who learned RC2 on the fly, the guy who just stole Curse speech, right? The guy who had the Queen of Curses behind him, looked at Ghetto using maximum Uzumaki and he's like, holy shit, I have to make a binding vow giving up my life to clash with this and then beat you, right? I have to give up everything. Keep in mind, a bird, a crow giving up its life, that binding vow is strong enough to make it as strong as a special grade. Now think about Yuta as a baseline human, then add his special greatness on top of it, right? He said, "Holy shit, I have to make a vow with my life in the balance in order to clash." And then doubly keep in mind, this motherfucker said, "Yeah, no, if Geto had all of his curses, like if he was like actually just trying to kill Yuta like exclusively, he would have won, right?" And then that guy in his body says, "Maximum technique, Uzumaki." It's like, and then Kusakabe just jumps in the way, "Shinkage Ryu," blocks it. What? What? Sir, why the fuck are you scared of anybody? Like, why are you scared of anybody, bro? Like, bro, I don't want to get killed by special grades. You won't. Just fight. Like, I don't know how to tell you, bro. I don't know how to tell you this. You could have been instrumental in Dagon's defeat. I don't know how to tell you, bro. You really could have helped us out. We really needed you on the battlefield like 10 minutes ago. Shit's so hilarious. God,
Dude,
bro.
like
It's
remember when
funny.
Meme was like, "Oh, I haven't seen anybody get this strong since Kusakabe." I'm like, "Oh, that's what she meant. That's what
Yes,
she."
bro. Without a technique, Kusakabe is the only other person I know to get this strong.
Mm,
Well, no shit.
right?
Kusakabe's kind of fucking him.
Yeah, I'm just like, damn. Does Yuji deserve this comparison? Or yo.
Honestly, if gun to the back of my head, you ask me what is a better feat, right? Doing what Yuji did versus Mahito or Kusakabe stopping the maximum Uzumaki, I'm putting my hands up. I'm saying, I'm sorry, you're not gonna like my answer, but I have to stay true to myself.
Bro, like it's actually
Like,
like, bro, what I would kill for like an like, why is he like this? Why is Kusakabe like this, dude?
here's my headcanon, right?
Mm?
If you continuously underestimate yourself, there's no way you're ever gonna put yourself in a
That's
position
true.
where
Oh,
you
okay.
like if you think you're a loser, right, and you fight that, okay, cool, I'm never gonna get caught off guard, right?
Hmm.
I fight losers even though I'm not really one, so I never end up like. And listen, I'm gonna call a spade, right? This is actually like, in my opinion, a good person trait of Nanami's, right?
Hmm.
But Nanami wanted to be a hero. Not
Yeah,
really, but Nanami let himself be a
bro, we're
hero,
not
right?
heroes. We're
It's
Jujutsu
it's
sorcerers.
protect it's protect the
Yep.
kids. It's make sure Yuji's okay. It's make sure Megami's okay. It's blah 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 blah. Guess what, buddy? That's why you fought transfigured humans when you were when you were burnt to a crisp. Kusakabe would have laid down. Kusakabe was laying down. Like, if Panda hadn't thrown those rocks off of him, I'm convinced Kusakabe wouldn't have gotten up in the first place. He would have just pretended he was injured and incapacitated,
Hmm.
knowing that no little rubble was hurting him. That and listen, bro, he puts himself in favorable position. That's why bro looked at like those regular sorcerers, said, "Oh, these are good eats.
Yep.
This is good eats." And this is starting. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to literally I'm just gonna chill with y'all
Yep.
because if I fight you guys, I'm safe.
I'm so
I
safe.
literally
You know what's
can't
crazy?
die."
Okay, let me throw you a crazy one. All right. So what would
Mm.
happen if do you think would happen if Kusakabe got like the calamity mentality buff?
Calamity mentality. I don't know, bro. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough because it's like, with what curse technique, bro?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right.
That's the tough thing.
Yeah. I feel like give him like a cursed tool and he might cook though.
I will say this: if he puts his mind to it and adds domain amplification to his bag,
Oh
he might be
yeah.
nuts. He
Oh,
might be nuts, bro. He might be nuts with like, cause bro. Listen, that might actually be kind of crack.
bro, the Kusakabe full potential video, literally sleeping danger.
Listen,
Yo.
listen, bro. Listen. Here's the thing, too. What's tough is like with characters that I know could be a little bit stronger, but it's a little bit tough to like hypothesize for. It's weird. Like, somebody was asking me about a Toto one, and I'm like, dude, Toto probably can get so much stronger, but I have to leave that to Gege,
Yeah.
hopefully, because like I don't know, I don't really know where to take that.
Bro, like Toto is he was almost born to be a team player. Like it's crazy that okay, like here's the thing, right? Boogie Woogie
Toto's
Solo,
so goaded, bro.
bro. Boogie Woogie
Sorry.
Solo, sorry, has a lot of use, right? He could throw some things and like switch places with it at like a high speed, right? He got some like applications there, right? But dude, Boogie Woogie with another person, it's like you just up the difficulty on your opponent several levels. Like, can we be for real?
Yeah, 100%, 100%, bro, 100%. Somebody said Yuki slander, but nah, bro, Yuki just saved the characters. There's nothing to slander her
Hmm.
for.
Oh, I think we got some super chats at the beginning. Let me catch up. M3D, thank you for the 5. Started JJK in Fight Club arc, and not gonna lie, I can't imagine how much of a mind f it is to see back to back the Kenny, the Kenny reveal and the Choso Itadori reveal.
Yeah,
I
very funny.
Yeah,
It's shrouded in like comedy though, so I feel like it doesn't necessarily hit with a seriousness that you
yeah,
might expect it to.
yeah. Also, M3D, thank you for the 2. Rechat BR if you don't mind. I got a Kenny take, and then I think it's
Okay.
these immediate ones.
Okay. So let's see.
I'll be right
He
back.
lacks an immediate aura, but makes up for it through his overall efficiency as an antagonist. He's extremely powerful and he's smart. He's not a raw icon of strength like Sukuna, but he makes up for it in being a different type of villain. I think it's down to taste. But personally, I think that him literally having the entire world in the palm of his hand is crazy. I mean, I agree. Like that's why I like adding that preface. I don't think that like he's a bad villain just because he doesn't have aura. I just think he doesn't have aura, right? It just so happened to come up in a conversation. I think that like I don't think he has that sort of like domineering presence or even overwhelming charisma that some JJK characters tend to have. And that's not the worst thing in the world. Like not every character has to be like that. I think having that variety is a really good thing, and I do think there is a specific type of appeal when it comes to this character. Part of which that we've seen in this episode, and part of which that we'll see elsewhere. I think it's that whimsical nature, that more relaxed nature that is pretty good. Something that I think I saw Shads mention on Twitter is like there's Sukuna kind of regards strength and like he mentions it like he'll mention, oh, that was, oh, you're really strong, or oh, you have like a lot of talent or potential or whatever, and they'll like compliment you for it. And Kenjaku sort of like regards ingenuity, right? He regards like tactics. So like even though Mai isn't particularly strong, in fact she's basically the antithesis of strength, he regards her pretty highly because using conventional weapons against the sorcerer from afar is like actually a really good idea. You know what I mean? She's not strong, but her strategy and her tactics allow her to sort of bypass the need for strength in a way that this character may find particularly interesting. Because as a body hopper, which we already know him as, right? Kusakabe mentions it. But as a body hopper, it stands to reason that his strength will depend on the host, right? If he jumps into a weak body, he's a weak person, right? If he jumps into a strong body, he's a strong person. So as someone who's probably been weak, very, very often, ingenuity and tactics are probably something that he respects quite heavily, which I think is really cool. I think that's cool. I think that's great for his character. Um, you know, no shade whatsoever towards him simply because he's not like raw or doesn't have like a shit ton of aura. Um, Speaking of aura, I will say, I think, yeah, I mean, we can talk about this a little bit when Creams gets back, man. But holy shit, does like does Yuki kind of enter with a whole lot of oomph to it? Yuki, I feel like is like not necessarily just a breath of fresh air, but it's also like a sigh of relief when she shows up because you have that quick cut of we're gonna die, boom, then Yuki Sakumo shows up, right? We obviously know she's a special grade. We obviously know she's conversated with Geto before. We obviously know that out of everybody here, she should be extremely strong. So it's like, obviously manga readers know what's happening next, but like for anime onlys, it's got to be like, holy shit, are we actually not going to immediately get crushed and killed? Thank God. You know what I mean? And Yuki's the type of character that sort of has like maybe a scientific inclination is a little bit much, but definitely a curious one. So seeing her talk back and forth with this character that is clearly like lived for so long and has so much what's the word I'm looking for? Wisdom may be incorrect, but like accumulated knowledge and experience will be interesting. I'm very curious to see like how the how fake Ghetto and Yuki's voice actors interact, if only because like we're not gonna get really like crazy screaming matches like we got like Yuji and Mahito, or like Yuji and Choso, or a couple of the other things like even Sukin and Maharaga. But I am very curious like those small character quirks of like them kind of having attitude, or them specifically how they interact, or how they decide to go about assessing the situation is going to be pretty interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. That's the kind of stuff I'm interested in seeing. Um, for sure, for sure, for sure. Um, but yeah, 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 yeah. Um, Let's see. Let's see. What's interesting though, one thing that I'm sort of looking forward to is kind of crazy, but I'm very curious to see where they end. We might get that ending that everybody's been waiting for. I'm not gonna lie, and that will be super fucking cold because we don't. I mean, yeah, we stopped in a place that basically means we're probably gonna be able to reach that line. That line is gonna be so sick. Um, I think, I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but I guess to talk about it a little bit more. Choso's performance against Ghetto here, in quotations, is like significantly better than what it was in the manga, right? He pulls up, he shoots a piercing blood. Um, like Ghetto like punches him in the chest a couple of times, kicks his ass, and then like they all get frozen or whatever, right? But in the anime, Ghetto doesn't seem to strain himself anymore, and I do like that that like they don't change the sort of effort that a character is giving here. But
Yo.
in exchange, Choso does get to show off like blood manipulation in a lot more of a competent way. And it's wild because it's like, dude, you're exhausted and this is what you're doing.
Yep.
Holy shit, I'm so glad you found the bathroom. And like, because my worry is like, even if you might have killed him before you were able to discover he was your brother, bro. With the shit you're pulling out here, you might have piercing blood to the dome. Boom, he's good. He's cooked.
Yep.
Shit,
Bro,
bro, it's over.
I'm surprised the narrator didn't come out of the woodwork all like, damn, this massive useless piece of shit who's never fought a day before today was just doing the worst job in the world against Brain Coon. Because the narrator
Yeah,
canonically hates Choso.
yeah.
I, I
The
just
worst fighter in history. Yeah.
why
Yeah.
is he even here? Get him off the screen. Oh my god, man. I'm so. I think this has really boosted Kusakabe and Choso stocks a lot for me in my character rankings personally.
Character rankings is so crazy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. With no cursed energy, is Kenny surviving a shot from a 50 cal? No, because he's a normal person.
Yeah. Same with like
Like,
Gojo,
yeah,
like or
bro,
Sukuna even.
yeah, bro. The only person that you want to make an argument for is like Maki, Toji, or like Yuji.
Hmm.
And I would still hesitate to say that they're just like Toji, sure, right? Yuji and Maki, I don't know, bro. Like a 50 cal is crazy, right? Like, don't get me wrong, both superhuman, duh, obviously. Like Maki grabbed Mai's bullet and was like, "That damn, that kind of hurt," right?
I'll give him a
A
dodge. I'll give him a dodge.
50 cal, a 50 cal is so they might their heads might explode like a watermelon, bro. I'm gonna be real.
I'm gonna give
I'm
him a
gonna be
dodge.
honest.
I'm gonna give him a dodge. Not a clean like they're not eating it, but I'd give him a dodge.
Yeah. Um. Hey, bro. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, dude,
Um.
there is
Hmm.
there was this one aspect of like Choso performing his heart out. I don't know if you thought of it, right? But it was like, damn, dude, this is so impressive. And this is light spoilers, I guess. I'm getting better, I'm doing actual warnings now. But you think, bro, if you're like this in a weakened state in the anime, what the fuck are they gonna do to you when you're at full health in the manga? Because like, how do I say this? You know the results in the manga, right, of his fight there. And if
Yeah.
like, can you imagine the kind of shit they'd have him do and still lose? I oof.
Yeah. That's gonna be hilarious. And yeah, literally, like fodder does tank it in the next arc, right? But the problem is that's fodder with like
Cursed
cursed energy, which
energy.
makes you
Yeah.
superhuman. I'm saying like I'm assuming the question is no amps, right? You're just a dude in some like in some get up, right?
Mm,
Tank this bullet for me. Hell no.
no.
Like your head will explode. Not
Actually,
like that's what I said.
bro,
Like Yuji and Maki, I think maybe, right? I think Yuji you can definitely make an argument for. We see some things where he does without curse energy. It's like, okay, maybe sure. 50 caliber is still 50 caliber. You know what I mean? That's that as far as I'm concerned, like aside from like I don't know, like anti like vehicle rounds. I don't know if like calibers actually get higher than that. Um
you know what's crazy?
yeah.
Okay, this is okay. How do I begin tackling this? There's a part of me that's so fucking curious. Like,
Mm.
I, okay, you think they're tempted ever to just add new canon, like not additional scenes, but just to like add some shit, like not in like a slice of life way, right, where it's just for the character building of it, but you think there's like a
Like to retcon things.
that's like not God, maybe with Gege's blessing, I don't know if that would like make it better, but like for example, when Gege redraws some things, right, um,
Mm-hmm.
it's not usually a retcon. Like the end result is still the same,
Mm-hmm.
but he will just like add to it in that way. I'm saying like
More than that.
more, yeah, just more.
So like, give me an anime friendly example. Like, give me an anime friendly example of what you're talking about.
Okay.
Like, okay, here, let's go higher, lower. Yuji wins against Choso.
Okay, okay.
Lower threshold than that, right?
I'll give you an example. I'm not commenting on like my personal feelings towards it, but it is like an example I have on mind, right? You know how in the
Okay.
Dragon Ball Super anime, um, Kefla fought Ultra Instinct Goku, but in the manga it was Gohan,
Yeah, like that.
like that. Like she
Oh,
still gets eliminated, right? But it,
yeah,
yeah,
but that is an entirely different fight.
yeah.
Okay, what are you thinking of a Shibuya example? Like
It,
what?
it could be a Shibuya example specifically, but you can extend it to like whatever other moment you think would work better.
I'm just curious what they could do. Because like you could, but I think the problem is like a lot of these arcs or a lot of these instances only work under the like it's sort of like Gege is writing, but it's like his writing's on a string, right?
Mm,
You cannot have certain characters meet in certain instances and get the same result, right? Like for example, if Jogo meets Toji, right? Who gives a fuck who wins? Sukuna doesn't come out, right?
right,
Because one finger won't be enough to overcome Yuji, right?
right.
He just won't come out. Nothing will happen. Okay, and if Sukuna doesn't come out, now none of those people are dying. Okay, cool. Which means Megami is not very likely to fight Toji, at least not in the same
Yeah,
capacity. Which
it's
means, oh shit, like
yeah,
it's sort of like even just having two characters meet and fight, that one thing snowballs so quickly, it's
mm,
very hard to logically get to the same end result, right?
yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Because
That's
no matter who dies,
yeah.
if Toji dies, Megami's not fighting him. If Jogo dies, okay, Maki's okay. Naobito's okay. Nanami's okay. Now you have a Toji. Like it's so much shit just happens that's like,
It's so can
oh,
it's a
what
cause and
the
effect thing.
fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
it's it's strong. The tournament of power is a bit easier because it's like
Mm,
the end result is elimination, right? So long as these two characters are meant to get eliminated in this similar time frame, like Gohan was going to get eliminated anyways, right? Kefla was going to get eliminated anyways.
mm.
Having them fight just knocks out two birds with one stone. But if you had Goku get eliminated,
That'd be
okay, you
crazy.
changed the
Yeah,
canon. You've done some crazy bullshit, right? That's kind of how I view it.
yeah.
It depends on the change you'd make. Like maybe you can make like an innocuous one, but massive fights being different, probably not. Like
I
you can't have a yeah.
I thought of one that we might be able to
Mm,
eke by. I don't, like I wouldn't feel some type of way about it, but it's sort of like just the most plausible,
mm,
and that's the like Haruta. Like imagine like Nanami just beat Haruta outright,
mm.
and Megami just like he'd have no reason to summon Maharaga. You could just be like he summoned it to counteract Toji, right? Like that's a more almost believable threat or something. Like you just wouldn't get that character moment with him being like good for you, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like again, not a change
Yeah,
for. I'm not
yeah.
advocating that they do this. I'm just curious if there's an itch there. I'm curious if it's just the way Gege's written it that's prevented them from doing this, or if it's like a lack of desire to do it. If that
I don't
makes
think it's a
sense.
lack of I mean, you could definitely have the desire, but it's like you don't have the power to do so,
Yeah.
you know?
Because they do add some stuff when they want to, right? Like that, like in the first episode with that like mansion, that hallway scene, right? Like that was in it.
Mhm.
That was like almost brand new material, right? But they couldn't
Yeah.
change anything.
Yeah, they're at the end of the day, they're still in a mansion.
Mm-hmm.
The Gojo still pops up, and it's like, what functionally changes, right? What from our perspective, nothing changed. We saw earlier events, right? And that's kind of the difference, right? I think that's kind of how I would distinguish it, right? They can't really change all that much, all they can do is add like fluff is kind of a has a negative context. Filler has a negative context, right? They can add context. They can add context to scenes, right? They can give us further insight, but showing us Mei Mei and Utahime in the thing has nothing really to do with the outcome, right? There's no big character moment that they have there. There's no big like narrative changing moment there. Showing us what happens before the canon is entirely the same, right?
Mm,
You can implement it into the canon, you can add it into the manga, and all that happens is that, hidden inventory is maybe like one extra chapter in length, right? So that's kind of that's where I think the boundaries kind of are. You can have, okay, you have Yuji, jumping around, or like Choso can briefly make blood Wolverine claws.
mm,
He was gonna win anyways, right? It doesn't really matter if you give him another ability because the end result is Choso winning and the end result is Yuji losing. So that's
mm.
kind of how I see it.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Um, that's yeah. By the way, I was just thinking about this because I think it's so fucking funny. Um, you remember this is just manga territory fully. Just that's the warning, right? To
Oh,
anybody listening. All right, so I still think about Helicopter Head being considered this like unbelievable monster.
yeah,
Like,
bro, he's a demon god.
yeah, bro.
He's a legendary combatant. I love doing that voice when it's like I'm trying to hype up shit that should not be hyped up at all.
Yeah,
I don't know why I find it so funny.
you know those.
Are y'all having bullet speed conversations in chat, by the way? I'm just
Yeah,
kind of glancing.
me too.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah. They're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. But it's just, bro, it's just it makes me chuckle so fucking hard to myself because I'm just like, imagine being that cocky. Like you know that one military lady, she was carrying herself like she just took out Gojo. You know what I mean? Like it just like there was like an aura to aura's crazy. There was like a palpable a feeling of accomplishment in her stride
Yeah.
that just fucking sent me. And I think about that panel just whenever like when that question was asked, like, oh, what if they didn't have cursed energy? And it's like the level of base buff you get from just having cursed energy over a regular person is so fucking insane that Helicopter Head is like it's she's walking around like she's Kenpachi. You know what I mean?
Because
Like
because to be fair, she like kind of is. Like, dude, you killed a person with cursed energy. Like, okay, cool, they're weak as fuck, right? Relative to other
like you
superhumans.
know that they're
But like,
weak, but they yeah.
imagine you're like, dude, 50 caliber bullets didn't work. I went and cut their fucking head off.
That's nuts,
What?
dude.
Dude,
Like,
that's like I'm
did
gonna
he
be real.
stay there and let you?
If I'm a normal human, I swear, bro, I'm fucking Kratos as far as my family and friends are concerned, bro. This motherfucker. And here's the thing, I'd embellish too, right? We shot an anti-air missile at him, bro. He just took it like it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So then I leaped off the buildings and chopped him into pieces. And it's like knowing I damn near died to get him, like, blah blah blah. But like, bro, you got to think about that. Imagine, like, just imagine, right? Fuck a 50 caliber bullet. Imagine like you as a civilian, you fucking like crack a basic ass baseball bat over somebody's head, no damage, and then someone just steps up and pieces them the fuck up. As far as you're concerned, they're superhuman, bro.
Right. No, that's true. That's
Now
fucking true.
then add a regular caliber bullet. Now then add a military grade 50 cal. Yeah, I'm superhuman, bruh. Yeah, as far for my mental health, this is as strong as sorcerers get. He's a god, as far as I'm concerned, bro. Because here's the thing: I don't need to know if they get stronger. I'm not fighting those motherfuckers
Right,
again.
right, yeah. Because like I can only imagine like the audacity of what is it, the president of the United States looking at a thing of Gojo and being like, bro, imagine if we got him. Like he doesn't even it's almost like you almost have to be like, dude, your ignorance is almost like how do I say this? It's almost a transgression. Like why do you think it would
And
be easy, bro? Like if he could
and,
power
and
a
to be
country,
fair, yeah, and
yeah,
to be fair though, the lady I just checked, she does say that there will probably be worse out there. Like no, she doesn't know the layers, right?
right,
But
yeah,
she does say there. I bet there's worse out there. So like, she's aware, like, hey, bro, even though this motherfucker was a demon god, and nobody said that, but I'm adding that, a demon god of war. It's like, okay, there's probably like, even stronger. It's kind of fucking hilarious.
It really is.
It's actually,
Bro, like
yeah.
I think what gets me is like they had the fortune of fighting a sorcerer. Like I could not imagine like if they ran into a like a run of the mill cursed spirit. Like because the psychological
Hey, bro,
like
I think we see it at the end of the chapter, and I imagine they just died.
yeah.
Bro
No,
says, "What the fuck?"
I mean,
as soon
yeah,
as he runs
but
into
like
one.
the thing that fucks with me is like you know how Kinchaku sort of like gave them the base ability to just at least combat sorcerers, like just like on some level. Um,
Mhm.
at least that was the implication, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
The even like Gojo was like, yo, it's kind of crazy that Yuji sees these like grotesque looking creatures and he's just like, you know, cool,
Yeah. Okay. I'll
right?
beat your ass. It's like, no, dude, that's not a normal reaction.
Yeah, because I'm looking at them because Gege when he wants to draw the curses as like monsters, he can really do it, especially in that chapter,
Mm.
right? I'm just like, yeah, oh my god, you can't prepare for that. Like
Yeah.
just even if you're technically like even if they're weaker than the sorcerer you just killed, right? There's something so psychologically scarring, difficult about fighting something that looks like that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'd be scared too. And here's the thing, right? You know what? Since we're in manga shit, right? And
Mm-hmm.
people are talking about like speeds. I have a gripe with Gege when it comes to speed, and this is because I like power scaling, right? This is the only
Mm-hmm.
reason I give a fuck. But Gege doesn't really get speed, and I find that endlessly hilarious, right? So let's take Choso for example.
Mm-hmm.
Piercing blood gets faster than the speed of sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
Typically, it likely doesn't get much faster than that, or Gege would have used like a different sort of like he would have said, oh, it gets faster than it's 2 times the speed of sound, blah blah blah. It's like barely faster than the speed of sound, right? Cool, fine, whatever. That's bad. Cool. Yuji can dodge it, right? Yuji, it's fast. He can block it and he can avoid it though, right? Like just barely. I'm not saying he's like blitzing that shit by any means, like another person we know, but he's able to like react, right? And he's able to react even when it's directly in front of his fucking face and he's like about to get like hit really fast. So like in order to do that, he has to be able to react like probably faster than the speed of sound based on the way he like dodges it so late. Cool, fine. Now ya pulls up, right? Holding back, perception blitz is using Choso. Just pulls up, bop bop, disappears. You're just like, what the fuck? His technique's weird, right? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're lucky now you hits very lightly, right? Or else they could have been a little bit worse. Now you're then like, all right, I was holding back, let me speed up. Okay, cool. Now you then after that fights Maki and he's like, I'm going full speed, bro. I'm building up speed. And Gege has the audacity to say, and now you barely surpass. Like he recently, like after building up speed, he surpassed subsonic levels. Bro, what? What are you talking? I read that for the first time and I was genuinely like, I was befuddled. I'm like, what do you mean? Because like technically surpassing subsonic can mean your light speed because that's faster than subsonic speeds too. That's not what he means, right? Not really. He's saying he's using that as a reference point for a reason. But like he surpassed subs. Okay, he reached the speed of sound again. But how is now you blitzing a person who could react? Like, and then the Mach 3 thing, bro. The Mach 3 thing.
Bro,
Gege.
dude, the craziest thing is Gege knows that he did that, but he just doesn't care enough to go back and fix it.
And what blows me away is like Gege. You had Maki point blank catch a bullet right in front of her nose. I don't know if you get because Maki wasn't. She's caught off guard. Boom, bullets right in her face. Moves her arm, grabs that shit. Gege, do you get how fast you have to be to do that?
You reach levels
Do
of
you
Mach 3,
understand?
bro.
Like, and it's like he reached the levels of Mach 3. I will, bro.
Mm.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, because like all it would take is Gege. Okay, take the white ink or press backspace, right? Change the number 3 to 30 or something. That's all it takes, bro.
Please do something, bro.
Like,
Or just don't make these motherfucker catch bullets. Don't lie to me, bro, because I'm being deceived. It's like I'm thinking, hey, and then you'll have like characters that are supposed to be slower, right?
mm.
Like Hikari, and it's like, oh shit, is he like able to snort lightning out of his fucking nostrils while it's hitting him? And by the way, let me look up how fast lightning is.
Oh my god, dude.
Let's look up how
Dude,
fast
when
lightning is.
you just
Mach
reminded me, bro,
364.
bro, when you and fucking I think it's 6. When you and 6 talk about like speed scaling JJK, I feel the pain. Like there's this palpable frustration in you guys trying to like work it out because at the same time as like the Mach 3 thing being like super impressive in the series, you guys will pull up that Hikari panel where he's reacting to the fucking lightning, and I'll like there's like a palpable like when I catch you gig
Because you
A,
have to
bro,
you
like
have to do this bullshit of like, okay, if you want to use the if you want to take everything Giga says hyper literally, then yes, the series caps out at Mach 3, blah blah blah. It's like, dude, fuck. Do you know how painful it is to like power scaling and like a series where it's verbatim stated these mother Naoya is one of the fastest characters in the series.
mm-hmm.
Mach 3. Oh, bro. To put it into perspective, right? If you're like, oh, that's not too slow. That's not too slow.
Bullets go faster. Like somebody said
Let
it in chat, like bullets go faster.
there are bullets that reach higher speeds, right? Which is already crazy. But it's like, how should I put this? How should I put this? What's a good example? Okay, got one. Kid Goku was dodging lasers when he was 12 years old. Naruto has better speed feats than fucking Mach 3. In part 1, by the way, before the real shit happens. The first antagonist that Naruto fights has the capability of moving light speed. JJ, stop doing this to me, man. And it's like, okay, cool. He has like the different feats. And it's like, to me, the hard part is like the contradictory like nature to it. You know what I mean? It's like the dude.
It's like
Don't have a motherfucker visually react to lightning and then say, no, bro, this character that is faster than the sorcerer I said is the second fastest alive,
bro,
caps out at Mach 3.
dude. Actually, while we're on
AJ.
this, bro, because okay, like this chapter, right? So light spoilers for that. But that foot race,
Oh Jesus!
oh
Bro.
my
That was
god,
so bad. That was so
oh
bad,
my
bro.
god, bro. I immediately thought of you because I was looking at this. I was like, it, God, the hell it must be to be a JJK power scaler reading this fucking chapter. You gotta whip out the fucking ruler like on some Death Battle season 1 shit. Be like, well, the length of like one stone tile is, God, bro. Oh my
And and,
god.
and and bro, you know what the crazy thing is that really be pissing me off?
Mm,
It's like, okay, here's the thing. By all accounts, Naobito should be, if you take the narrator shape, he's second to Gojo in speed, right?
mm.
Naobito should be faster than Hikari, right? Even though Hikari could win, blah blah blah. That's not what I'm getting at, right? Just like faster, just with his technique, he's faster, right? Cool, fine. Let's say Naobito was even just as fast as Curse Naoya. Okay, cool, right? Fine, whatever. You're leading me to believe. Like, Kashima's relative to Hikari, blah, blah, blah. Hikari transforms, he starts shooting off like electromagnetic waves, light speed, blah, blah, blah. They're just light, right? You're telling me Kashimo gained access to abilities that are 800,000 times quicker than anything we had seen before.
And Sukuna's just like, huh, slowpoke.
Are you laced?
Dude, what the fuck, bro? Okay, you know how this is. You know that thing my friend said about JJK soft power system and all that,
Yeah.
bro. He was spitting. I'm sorry, bro. Like it just.
Do you get how absurd it is? Okay. Someone brings up a point like, do they actually say Kashimo's doing lightning speed stuff? Because in Naruto, I remember they make a big deal out of actual lightning strikes being way faster than basic lightning jutsu. So two things, right? One, it's just like he's just creating the element as far as we're concerned. And the reason I think that particularly is because like the reason it's a sure hit is because of the nature of lightning, right? It's the positive and negative like charges that makes it like quote unquote unavoidable, right?
Mm.
So to me, that leads me to believe it's not just like it doesn't just like it's not cursed energy that feels like lightning. It's like, you know, you're making it and it's taking on those properties. Maybe it's not though. If you want to say that, that's not like an unfair criticism. Series do that all the time. I just think a lot of the times in JJK, they're typically like recreating the thing via their own cursed energy. But the thing is, you can't. It's hard to say that like they make a big deal about lightning jutsu being faster in Naruto when you have a kid chakraless Kakashi. He makes a Chidori and cuts a lightning bolt in half. Like lightning is striking and he cuts it. That's how it got the name Lightning Cutter. By literally cutting lightning. Keep in mind, right? Adult Kakashi in part one isn't even that fucking crazy in scaling. A kid Kakashi that was almost out of the fucking power system that makes them superhuman chops a lightning bolt in half. And I'm grasping at straws, fucking like just searching and looking like, hey, bro, but Hakari kind of reacts to lightning here. What am I fucking doing? Do you
Yeah.
know how many data book statements there are for Naruto characters just attacking at the speed of light?
Bro, this is
Gege,
like okay, bro. Like, can we be for real? Get I
help me, bro, please. Like, give me a data book that says motherfuckers are moving at the speed of lightning,
no.
bro. So
Dude, I think
I just
it's
so I could just.
look, bro. I think it's time we just all come to the terms that Gege never. I don't think he gives a shit about power scaling. I think what he does,
Obviously not.
no, right. I think what he does is like power rankings that are just that have the appearance of power scaling, like Gojo
I
and
mean,
Sukuna
listen.
at the
Here's the
top,
thing: it's power scaling, right?
right?
But it's not cross. Like no author worth their salt gives a fuck about
No, no,
crossover power scaling.
even in fucking bro, the lightning thing you just talked about it. Like that's in universe.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think that like I don't think Gege doesn't care. I think authors do that a lot though. Like a lot of authors kind of like say, "Oh my god, this character punches like light," and then they'll get like bullied by a bullet. Like it's like okay, Bushama mentioned it earlier, right? You know those same Naruto characters that are said to like be able to move at light speed, and then they get like blitzed and shit.
Right?
Kishimoto said, "Hey, bro, you bring a gun into this verse, they're cooked." No, they're not.
What the
That's not how
fuck?
light speed works. That's not how light works,
I
Bucko.
I don't even
So,
does he
so
even
I don't think it's a lack of care. It's just like you got to consider I'm a fucking like I'm a nerd. I give a fuck
Mhm.
about this. An author just trying to write their story probably isn't super duper like locked into the consistency of like
Okay, there is
once again
okay,
external speed.
there is one and that's fucking Togashi. That shit is strict, dude. Like it's no, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, right? It's so strict because like otherwise Gon and Killua's like progression as the story goes on would give you like the false impression that they are a lot stronger than they are. Like for example, a lot of people think Killua could like 1v1 Yuppie, which he can't, by the way. Just like straight up, he Killua
Nobody
out.
thinks that, bruh.
No, no, I've seen
Nobody
people say
thinks
no.
that,
I've
bruh.
seen actual dude. I've seen people like say this take, and it drives me fucking crazy because it's like Killua would have. It's not even a fight for his life, right? It's a fight for. No, fight is too much. He needs to escape. Like that's what the fight is. Like
I mean, yeah.
it's just like that's the kind of shit I'm talking about, right? But like ooh, shiny zappy power up.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the reason I disagree. Right. Here's
Mhm.
the reason I disagree. Because I think it's a prevalent thing. Mangaka, and this isn't like shitting on them. It's not really that big of a deal. Mangaka just have bigger fish to fry.
That's
Right.
true.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know how Netero is like hyped up to be like, dude, I prayed
Oh my
every
god,
day for
dude.
years to surpass the speed of sound. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Killua, why are you able to replicate light speed reactions with God speed? He says it, the Chimera Ant is like, dude, it would require light speed reaction times to do what you did. He's like, yeah, that's why I like. We later then find out what Godspeed is just like doing that but continuously, and it's like, motherfucker, I'm gonna lose my mind, man.
Okay, that's
Because it's
fair.
just like
That's
it's
fair.
like
Yeah.
once again, it doesn't make the series worse. But when you power scale the shit, it's like, fuck, dude. I really wish y'all cared as much as I did. Not even so you have to make. Not everyone has to be like Oonga Boonga Dragon Ball strength, right? Just please, can you make it so like once I get a feat, I don't have to feel like a fucking idiot for actually using it? Like, I don't have to feel like, no, bro, that's actually contradicted by like 4 fucking statements that says these characters are actually like, they can cap out at 60 miles per hour. It's like, oh, bro. I can't do it.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You say that, and I'm just thinking like, I feel like, okay, be honest with me. All right, are you
Yeah.
gonna like be a power scaling nerd when you write Broken Ronin? Are you gonna care about it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I
knew
am.
you'd say some shit
And the
like that.
reason
I
here's
knew
the thing.
you'd say
Here's the
some
thing.
shit like that.
Here's the thing. I can't not care about it. It's impossible. I like power scaling too much.
Mm.
Now, hopefully, I have the sense to not sacrifice it for the sake of my story, right? But like, I will care about this shit making sense generally, right? I'm not gonna do fucking pixel count. Like, no, dude, fuck out of here. But if I say a motherfucker moved at the speed of sound and then someone's faster than them, you better believe I'm not saying they're like subsonic, bro. You fuck, dude. I'm not gonna say, oh my god, bro, this person moves at the speed of light and then they get blitzed by like a lightning
Bro,
bolt.
okay, let me
Fuck
ask you
out of
something.
here,
Let
bro.
me ask you something. You're in a Gege similar situation, right? You do the Maki
Mhm.
bullet thing. Somebody points it out to you. Are you just like, "Hey yo, my bad," or are you just like, "Oh, I forgot." LMAO.
Dude, dude, the redraws, you're gonna see Mach 300. I just have to add two zeros, bro. And I don't even have to pretend. I don't even have to say like, oh, I miscalculated. I literally could just say, oh fuck, I forgot to add two zeros. My bad.
Hmm.
Gege forgets bullshit like that all. You know how many times Gege's forgot Sukuna's tattoos, bro? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm literally just gonna be like, ah, shit, I forgot the zeros. Mach 300. Bet we're good. Because here's the thing. Let's say, right? The frustrating part about it is like, dude, Maki is so much faster now that like even saying she's comparable like to the level of speed she was before is so insulting, man. It's like even if that bullet catching feat did not require faster than Mach 3 speeds, even if it only took her, it only had only be one time this, like the speed of sound, right? You just had to be baseline that. Saying Maki's only increased her speed by 3 times from what she was, brother. She's like multiple blitz level differences above. She's Yuji's faster than her. Naoya is faster than that Yuji. She is significantly faster than that Naoya. Brother. Let me tap you on the shoulder real quick. You're cooked.
Yeah, just sorry,
Help.
bro. I just realized I said the Broken Ronin thing as if like everybody was like in on it. That's on me, chat. That's my bad. Um, do
I'm
you?
just revealing my secrets like that.
I'm so
That's
sorry, bro.
crazy.
I'm so sorry.
No, I mean I've said it publicly. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if anybody's ever asked me,
That
like,
was
if anybody's
close.
ever asked me, like, yeah, no, you're good. It's a little weird, but I'll let it slide. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, it's just that's where the name Broken Road came from. The series title came before the YouTuber in terms of name. I just thought, damn, bro, this is such a cool name to me. Why only use it once? So yeah, Maki being any less than 10 times faster than her Goodwill self is kind of wild. And guess what, bro? Gege made her 10 times slower. Listen, bro. Listen, bro. When you have, and the thing is, I think the thing that makes it so upsetting is like a lot of series I'd love to compare JJK to because like of the interesting nature of the fights is like, dude, in Black Clover, Asta's catching up to light, like literal light.
Dude, Black
So
Clover
like,
characters are so fucking they're so broken. It's actually insane. Like, what was it? You know Yuno's like star magic thing? Bro, that's so like what the fuck? Like why?
and
Like it's
dude, so cool. But like, dude, oh Yami, okay, dude, Yami's just like, oh shit, this dream space infinite. I'll just have to dimension slash it. What
Yep.
the fuck are you
Bro,
talking
he
about,
pulled
dude?
like this thing Sukuna did after like rigorous like this massive fight with Gojo and Yami's just like yeah, that could work.
And they're just like, oh fuck, dude. Dude, they'll be like, holy shit, bro, I'm creating the concept of fire and Asta snuffing it out. Like, dude, what? The concept of darkness is getting snuffed out by anti-magic. Motherfucker, what do you think anti means? What do you think anti means? What do you think that word means, Tabata? God damn, brother.
Bro,
Jesus.
like Tabata just said, what if I took the ultimate nullifier from Marvel and I made it into a guy?
Dude, even like fucking my hero characters are so much faster, bruh. It's so ridiculous.
Like
It's so
oh, actually,
ridiculous.
bro, this kind of brings me into something I promised Lando we talk about, which is like Percy Jackson, right? Because you and I briefly talked about Percy Jackson scaling.
Yeah.
Um,
Percy Jackson fucking cooks the fuck out of most JJK characters, bro. That's my guy. That's my goat, man. He's so fucking cool. Um, yeah.
so I guess.
Yeah.
What did you think of it? Right, we saved it for today. What'd you think?
Yeah, I think I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it.
Oh
I'm
shit,
I'm
shit. Oh
I'm
my god, I'm so sorry, bro. And not 8.5 out of 10 episode.
yeah.
That was close.
Yeah, I'll give it a flat 8. I'll give it a flat 8. I'll give it a flat 8. Um yeah. Yeah. But yeah, for Percy Jackson, I think it was really good. I rewatched it today, you know what I mean? I put on my critical hat.
Mhm.
I'm smoking my Sherlock Holmes pipe or whatever. Um
Yeah,
and I was
I
like,
assume the first three rewatches were just gas.
yeah, no, the first three watches were just like, holy shit, bro, this is my goat for real. Like,
Mm.
goddamn, this is so cool. Holy fuck, whatever, blah blah blah.
Right,
But it
normal
was
shit.
like, I was rewatching. I was like, unfortunately, the books are still better, bro. It's crazy. But maybe I'm glazing. I think there are certain things that the book does, how do you feel about Gabe, Percy's like stepdad? How do you feel about him?
Oh, so Lana asked me because keep in mind I haven't read any of the books, right? So my only other experience with Percy Jackson is the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed why did the movies make him so much worse? Like,
Because he is so much worse.
oh,
That's what
so the
Gabe is
show,
not.
so the show
Gabe, yeah, Gabe is not just like kind of like a sassy
loser, yeah.
like he's an asshole. Like he's
Oh,
like an asshole.
because
Like
I'm
you're supposed to from the jump hate him.
oh, I thought, dude, that's so trippy because I was like, oh yeah, maybe the show is just gonna be more accurate to the books, and maybe the books just have him be like a guy who's kind of annoying. But like,
No.
so the movies were more accurate with his depiction. That's interesting.
Yeah. Here's the way to put it, right? I get without Percy Jackson spoilers, as weird as that fucking sounds,
Okay.
right? You are supposed to hate him beyond belief, right?
Right.
He's supposed to be
Like a total scumbag. Like, okay.
a total scumbag, like the type of scumbag that you're like, if this was my mom, I'd kill him. Like
Right.
dead
Okay.
ass kill
So
him.
that's I was just because I was like bracing myself because like again I was basing it off the movie, right? So I was like, here we go,
Mhm,
bro. Because when the super was like apologizing to him for having to go in,
mhm,
I was expecting like the worst. He comes
mhm.
in, right, and they have like a fucking quip off almost, and I'm
Yeah,
just
right. It's funny, right? It's like
yeah,
he's annoying. Maybe he's an asshole, right?
yeah,
But he's not a bad not even. I mean, he's a loser, right? But like when I was watching, I was definitely waiting for the ball to drop of like, this is why I'll clobber him, right?
mm,
But it never really came. It was more like, my mom married a loser, rather than like, my mom married like an actual like a dickhead. Um, which is kind of I think if they decide to go in a certain direction, it's going to make something weird, right? He actually, and that's the only reason I'd mention it. He actually needs to be an asshole for some shit to make sense later,
okay,
or,
interesting,
or else it seems like it seems weird. You know what I mean?
gotcha,
He
okay,
he actually needs he actually needs to be fucking like, once again, he's not evil incarnate, right? But he's like you. I'll put it like this, right? Me personally, I think I might actually kill him. Like book Gabe. Like
damn,
if my mom brought that person home, right? Or this personally, if this motherfucker even stepped near my house, I might have to just kill him, right? But like seriously, me as a grown man, I'm like, I can't let this shit slide. That's not what we're doing here.
gotcha.
Let's take this out back, buddy. I got something for you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Time to put this katana to use, brother. Not like, it's not just annoying, because he's annoying, right? He's an annoying guy. But I found myself even thinking Gabe was pretty funny in the
Yeah,
show,
because I was
right?
like, wait, I'm like waiting for the other shoe to drop. I could only imagine
Mhm.
like the tension you felt. You were just like, here it comes. Wait,
Yeah, because I was literally waiting.
mm,
That yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah, because
but
I mean, I'll put it like this. I'll set the scene. Like I won't go into anything further,
mm,
right? But in the book, when Percy comes home, the place is filled with fucking smoke. He's gambling with a bunch of other people, right? Percy comes back. He tells him, he's like, he sniffs out money from him. He's like,
what the
he dead
fuck?
ass, like he's Wolverine, right? He's like, hey, how'd you get back here, on a cab, right? you probably paid with a 20. You probably didn't take all that
What
much. Give
the
me all your fucking
fuck?
change. Give me your like he basically mugs his stepson the moment he steps in the door.
That's
That's the type of
crazy.
he's not a guy who doesn't ask for peppers on his sandwich. He's a guy who like he walks and he's like, "Give me your fucking money, kid." Right?
Dude, that's so fucked. What?
Yeah. That's how I view it. Um,
No,
yeah.
that's actually crazy,
Like
dude.
that's you know what that's and once again that's not the worst of it, right?
I mean,
Keep in
yeah,
mind,
I'm
yeah,
context clues here, right? Yeah.
yeah, context clues here, but it's like,
Okay.
dude, imagine you mugging a 12-year-old, your stepson, by the way,
Mm,
the moment he steps inside because you know he probably got change from
yeah.
his ride back.
Because like there's some stuff about the Percy Jackson movie that I remember super vividly, and I remember hearing the
Mm,
explanation for Gabe and thinking that was the funniest thing in the world.
mm.
Like his smell or whatever. Like was it his smell or like what was it like a fucking wavelength he gave off, like a pheromone or something?
Yeah, no, he's actually so smelly that he hides
It is a smell.
Percy's
Yeah,
scent.
okay.
Yeah,
Bro, cuz like
yeah.
I don't know, I thought that shit was so funny. I don't know why. You could have just raised him with like poor hygiene habits. You know what I mean? Like how bad did the smell have to be?
No, yeah. I mean, that's listen, yes, he is. He's a bad person,
Mm.
right? Um,
Okay, let me
it's like, yeah.
yeah, I was going to say let me ask you this, right?
Hmm.
The big question I'm going to save at the end, but I'm
Hmm.
curious what you think of the casting so far.
I think it's fine. Like I'm like in the acting, right? I can't really like I'm not one of those people that's super big on like actors or like I don't really I'm not so tapped in that I know really, oh, this is about to be a great actor, right?
Mm.
Blah blah blah. But it's more like I think Percy's actor is doing a really good
Yeah,
job. I think he's pretty cool.
I think he's doing the best out of all the child actors. Like um the guy who plays Luke, he's not bad. But
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't have that like he doesn't have that same like aura to him that that movie Luke did. But I think that's a good thing in this case. Because spoilers, obviously. So it's probably good that
Yeah.
he's played like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Um, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I think I will say, Landa, this might be where we disagree a little bit, and this has like nothing to do with like Walker Percy being bad. I think there is something that is it's just a medium change, right? When you hear the inner thoughts of a character and you know how often they're thinking, I gotta beat this person's ass, it just makes them so much funnier. Like, dude, I think the like Percy just obviously is like narrating to himself a lot of the times in
Hmm.
the book, and it's like, dude, holy fuck, is it funny?
Dude.
Um,
Oh yeah, dude, fucking remind me. I almost choked on my own spit there. What the fuck?
hmm,
I was telling you and Lando about this, right? Like one of the most pleasant surprises for me was like y'all keep saying Percy, he stands on business, he stands on business. I did not fucking realize that was day zero Percy. That wasn't like a thing he had to develop. Like he that's his baseline fucking state, dude. Like he kills the Minotaur, right? 5 seconds at like he does it's like I said, right? I'm surprised he didn't just be like, Mom, I'll avenge you after I bury him. Like I'm genuinely surprised he didn't like have that dialogue, because like she literally vapors, right? And he is just ready to go.
yep,
Dude, that's crazy. That's so fucking crazy.
locked in, bro, locked in, locked in. Yeah, and
Bro,
yeah, Demon Akatua said that we might have missed a super chat, by the way. I don't know if you want to scroll up to
let's
that.
scroll up. Um, damn.
But yeah, dude, I like it. There, like I said, there are a few things that I'm not really
Oh,
I'm
we
not gonna
did.
complain
Okay.
about because it's like there's some shit you just can't really translate from a book to a TV show. Maybe there's also a bit of nostalgia just for book Percy or book Percy Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
But there, dude, he's so like sassy is kind of the word I'd put it, bro. He's so like fucking snarky. I honestly feel like a lot of my personality, like from when I read Percy Jackson, right, is built on like that constant like asshole sarcasm he has. I'm like, man, bro, be meaner,
Bro, it's so
be
funny
greedier.
because like that little altercation, that's crazy, but like that little exchange he had with Mr. D, like even that was
Uh,
like a small version of it, dude. Like where he's just like,
yeah.
don't start with this guy, he was starting with me. Like,
Yeah. It's
bro,
like, bro, that's a that's a god. That's like that's not a guy you just fuck with.
I don't I
That's a
don't God, what that's got to do
yeah.
with
What
me, bro.
God?
Like,
Okay, bro. All right, cool. Cool. You got hands? Oh, bet. You can scrap too? Bet. That's cool. That's what I wanted to hear. Um.
yeah, bro. It's just it's so fucking funny. And you mentioned like Water Percy goes crazy too.
Water Percy. Yeah. Think of it as like I mean the example would just be like Water Percy is like like Udahime amped full incantation like Gojo or some shit. It's that kind of thing, you know,
Damn.
between base Percy and Water Percy. um Yeah. But Demon Akatua, thank you for the five. For Calamity Kusakabe, simple domain can be modified with binding vows. Kuchisake Ona and Sumo, and Sukuna raise his domain's radius 200 meters with these. That would be kind of interesting, like an all-encompassing simple domain. Um, that would be cool. I think it would be like very useful to protect a bunch of other people too. Um, Dude, domain amplification is also a good one because it's like there's no downside, right? He's not losing any innate technique. Um, so his like whereas, you take someone like Jogo or Hanami, right? And they're like, okay, I can't use my innate technique now. It's good to fight this specific character, but I'm also limiting myself from my usual arsenal. That's not the case with Kusakabe. He's like, no, nah, bro, not having a technique kind of my thing.
Mm.
But if I could take yours too, that sounds great. Yeah, I'd love to do that. No, I think a domain amplification, plus what you said, Demon Akatsu, like a binding vow expansion for the simple domain might go kind of crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, I'm just Oh, Calvarstar, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Percy has always, since birth, had that dog in him. Bro, I believe it. Cause like, dude, he did not shy away from any confrontation. Like, even with that girl outside the museum, he was just like, hey, bro, if she tests me one more time, I'm gonna go over there and like drown her in water. Like, damn, bro,
Yeah.
that's
Yep. That's a W, bro.
you know,
That's a W.
you know what it is. You know why I'm like, I think I'm as taken aback by it as I am. I think I got like,
Hmm.
I conflated Percy's like role as like a YA novel protagonist with like Harry Potter, where I'm just like, nah, bro, Harry Potter obviously lets himself get walked all over for 90% of his story until like the end. Um, so I just kind of expected the same thing out of Percy, but nah, dude. Like even with fucking Aries kids, he was just like, all right, let's go. Like,
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, of course. Why would I not? Um, yeah. And I think, and like, I'm not gonna be too negative, right? So this will be the last sort of negative thing I have to say. But NJW does kind of bring up a point that I agree with. The Dodd scene. There are some scenes that felt short or just didn't exist.
mm,
That I kind of like miss. But once again, it's sort of that thing where you have to give that up for some cinematic flair, right?
mm.
Some of these scenes just don't work.
Okay, so big question,
Um,
right?
yeah, what up?
How do you feel about it as an adaptation of the most beloved series of yours? Are
I'm
you
liking it so far, man. I'm very happy with how it's going. I'm very happy with how it's going. I'm liking it a lot. Time will tell because we still got a lot, right?
mm-hmm.
They can entirely elevate it,
Hey,
meet it at
I'm a
where it's
knock for
at,
you, bro. I'm a knock for you.
or they could, they can movie it up, right?
Mm,
But I'm excited. Like this is a great start. Jesus Christ, this is better than the movies, right? Holy shit. But
um,
yeah,
yeah, bro. I'm a knock, but I know how long y'all Percy fans have been waiting for something like this. So,
yeah. Worst case scenario, I just need to reread the entire series to cleanse myself. But yeah. Um,
oh man, that's good. That's good. It might be a fun little week to week thing you and I talk about.
Yeah, could be, could be. Definitely could be interesting. Don't know if there's any other. Oh, Hulu and Disney Plus. Yeah, yeah, Hulu and Disney Plus. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you are singular amongst demigods, cooking in the writers' room. I agree. I agree. Is there a potential for it to be better than the books? Never say never. Is kind of how I view it. But if you're asking me, right, I have to put my money on one or the other. The books are the standard,
Mm.
right? The books, there is they here's the thing. Percy Jackson was made as a book first, right? It's one of those things where I feel like that internal monologue is really gonna keep some characters from being as because like it's kind of like how should I put this, right? I'm actually gonna make a video about this. I decided like I'm gonna stop like fucking just talking about it in the stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like the Deku internal monologue dilemma I have, right? You would benefit so much from talking to yourself more, man, because
Mm.
there's so much introspection to be had, and I think
Be right back.
manga or like comics are a medium to really do it. What you say? Be right back. Oh, I guess he did. Okay. But there's such like a good medium to do it, right? That it makes a lot of sense, right? And I think like Spider-Man, who's Deku's loosely inspired by, right, is a good example of that. The problem is Percy is very reliant on internal monologue to convey his feelings and like get some points across in a way that I don't think live action shows typically tend to. So I could see that just holding it back, not in like a oh my god, bro, the book is gonna be or not the book, the show is gonna be bad. I don't think it is at all, right? It's just more so that like there's some things that the book is just gonna be better at, right? The book is a tall thing to live up to, in my opinion. Um, so yeah, for sure. It's nice to see more things outside perspective from Percy, like cutting to other characters and fleshing out the other kids at camp early would add a lot. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Making Camp Half Blood a more flesh out thing is a good thing 100%. And I will say I love the writing here because you get these Easter eggs. Like you get like cute little nods to shit that happens later in a way that's really cool. So yeah. Can
Bro.
it be the books? Technically, anything can happen. Will it? I wouldn't bet on it personally, but that doesn't mean it can't be actually. The books are the best thing ever. Being second to the best thing ever isn't bad. You know what I
You
mean?
know, even if it hits like 80% of it, that's still a crazy like, that's like a
What
good
I'm saying, bro.
like that's a good adaptation of the manga.
And like keep in mind, you're not adapting some mid like JJK, right? You're adapting literally peak the story. Um,
When you
but
are you gonna lock in with that Percy Jackson video, like the versus one you told me about yesterday, like while it's airing or after?
all airing. I have that one, and then I have like a more narrative one. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
Um. Yeah.
Bro's about to be the
Yep. Yep.
biggest
Yep.
Percy Jackson channel. Let's go.
Hey, bro, I don't want to disrespect anybody in the space. I'm not really tapped into Percy Jackson YouTube like that, but I'm not gonna self crown myself a title. I don't know if I've earned my stripes there yet. You know what I mean? I got to put in my reps.
Yeah,
I got to make sure to
I'll give
put
you like
put in my dues.
I'll give you a knock of support. There we go. That's what I'm gonna call
For
it.
sure. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hopefully I can make a contribution to the community. Give back to them the way the books have given to me. Why am I saying this like I'm accepting an award or some shit? I mean, anyways. Um. Yeah. 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 Um. JJK manga versus anime. Which one y'all prefer? That's a good ass question. Probably the anime though. I'm gonna be real. I think the anime is like consistently a bit better.
Mm.
Um, I do think the manga has things that it's better at, but like I think the anime is probably better, generally speaking.
Are you talking about Percy Jackson?
No, I think he was talking about JJK manga versus anime.
Oh, I think for season two, like, how do I put it? I think they could go band for band, but I'm not mad. Like, if you're anime only, get it, bro. like, like the manga's not gonna give you a better experience. It's gonna give you a different one.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. 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 Dude, you're about to have a Percy Jackson video trilogy, 3 hours each. I like the way you think, brother. I like the way you think.
It's got to be longer than
Um,
the series by the time it's done.
just reread. If you don't like how long the series is, read it again. I'm not gonna lie.
Uh,
Mm-mm-mm.
but that's good. That's good. You got any other thoughts before we
Nah,
sign off here?
nah. JJK was good. Percy Jackson was
Mm.
better. You know,
Yep.
that's crazy. That's so crazy. No, but the JJK episode was really good. You know, let me do my apples to oranges comparison. There's no way to compare these
You
two
know,
stories.
I like
Blah
that
blah
you.
blah. Y'all
I
know
like,
how I
bro.
feel
I like that you say this as if like you don't have other series that you've
above
said.
JJK.
Yeah, like even
Yeah,
you even say, oh yeah, Blue Lock is real peak. Whenever like that's like a running joke. I think you said that last
it's not a
episode.
joke though. I don't. I said it on stream, and it's not a joke. I genuinely believe that.
I know you do.
Um, yeah. It would be like a joke would be calling like One Punch Man better than JJK,
All
for
right,
example.
stop.
But like, yeah, that's
Hmm.
all we got, or like Family Guy, even funnier. But like, that's all we got for today, guys. We rated the episodes, very crazy, very spectacular. Talked about Percy Jackson, more spectacular, or and we hope you guys had a good day. All the Percy Jackson fans, I hope you guys enjoyed and are looking forward to next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then, for all the JJK fans or whatever. And I hope you guys enjoyed both the actual episode in the anime and our episode covering it.
Let's go. Appreciate you guys for coming out. We will see you on Sunday.
Yep.